This week on Panther Talk, we take a look back at the JROTC drill meet at Bryant.
The Media Arts Department went to see Steel Magnolias.
We take a look at some of the changes at Brookwood Elementary School.
And there are some changes coming to Brookwood's cuisine.
I'm Emily.
And I'm Barrett. And this is your Panther Talk. Brookwood's JROTC competed and were challenged by the local competitors across the country and dominated by reigning second overall. Here's Dylan with some more on the story.
On Saturday, October 12th, Brookwood and 4 other schools went to Bryant High School to compete in the annual drill meet. And compete they did because Brookwood placed second overall, with Color Guard taking the spotlight, placing first, second, and third over every other school. Color Guard wasn't the only team that showed the skill of Brookwood. Our rifle team placed first overall, and Brookwood's very own J.J. Brantley was awarded top shooter over every other school with a score of 243. To follow the success, our academics team B placed second over the other schools and was within 2 points of taking first place. We had a chance to catch up with Major West and ask him a few questions about the drill meet. I'm Dylan Hoydich, reporting with Panther Talk, and I'm here at the Bryant High School drill meet with Major West. I wanted to ask you a few questions about how you feel about the meet, how you're inspired to bring the children every year. I mean, speaking of, what does inspire you to bring the children here every year?
Well, I give everybody the opportunity to come. In fact, we brought 58 kids on this trip, which is my biggest drill meet. So we done very well today. Very proud of my kids today.
Any teams in specific that you would like to point out?
Yeah, the Color Guard team actually swept all 3, first, second, and third. So I'm very, very proud of them.
So what's your favorite part about the meet?
The favorite part is at the end, so that we can wrap this thing up and go to CC's Pizza and eat.
Yeah. The drill meet was a blast, and I can't wait for next year. But until then, I'm Dylan Hoydich, reporting with your Panther Talk. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Dylan. We're so proud of you guys. On October 9th, Sheldon State put on a performance of Steel Magnolias with an original cast and invited Brookwood down to view the performance. Our crew couldn't film for fairly obvious reasons, but Leon Atkins is here to take us through the highlights of the trip.
On October 9th, students from Brookwood Media Arts and Theater Department visited Shelton State to take a look at Shelton's production of Steel Magnolias. During the performance, students were able to expand their knowledge on how to write screenplays and how important it is for the background to help tell the story. Overall, students enjoyed the performance and feel like they learned a lot and cannot wait for more field trips like it.
Speaking of performances, you look like you're dressed up for something.
Look who's talking.
As you may know, there's a new Jack's coming to town. Let's go to Austin Moore on the update.
As you may have noticed on your way to school, there is some new construction in the community. A new Jack's is being built in the area. The walls have started being put up and the plumbers have started to come in. This project is planned on being finished by the end of the year. The restaurant is being placed across the street from the sit-go closest to the high school. This new addition is intended to spur economic development and improve quality of life in town. This new restaurant is going to bring many high schoolers before and after school, not to mention all the football games where everyone will leave hungry and find their way to the newly built Jack's.
Panther Talk has began raising money for awareness this month. Savannah Watkins is here to tell us more about it.
As we all know, the month of October is known as Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and Brookwood students are showing support in a big way. Mass media students are selling ribbons for $1 to contribute to DCH Breast Cancer Foundation. The ribbons will be placed on a fighter wall located by the main stairs. Also, HOSA did a clean out your console to raise money to contribute to the Pediatric Cancer Foundation. On October 18th, students and faculty here at Brookwood showed up in their best pink to show their support for breast cancer.
Thanks, Savannah. I hope everyone gets to pitch in.
Mr. Bino was convinced by a few teachers that her and her husband should open a restaurant in Brookwood. They decided to give it a try, and they're soon opening the Meeting House.
We're going to do pizza, but New York style pizzas, big pizzas where you can buy a slice, plus sandwiches, salads, and down the road we hope to open for breakfast as well.
The Meeting House will be located on the corner of Sugar Ridge and 216 across from the post office.
I'm hoping it's very successful. I think there's a great need in the community with the 3 schools, Mercedes down the road.
Mr. Bino hopes the restaurant will open around a month in mid-November.
We're used to seeing the same friends day after day, the same teachers class after class. But one thing Brookwood students will have to get used to hearing the pitter-patter of the little Panther cub feet. That's right, our school recently received a grant to find a pre-K classroom here at Brookwood High School. The pre-K class will be located at the tech wing of the school, and the classes will be taught by former guidance counselor Rachel Skelton. On Tuesday, October 29th, Brookwood hosted its first pre-K event, an open house. Parents and students arrived ready to start their journey as Brookwood Panthers. Students toured the new pre-K classroom and were able to participate in some hands-on activities, while parents attended an informational meeting about their child's new routine. Pre-K teacher Rachel Skelton says she is not only excited about having Panther Cubs around, but she is also excited about the opportunities this will open for current students here at Brookwood.
I'm very excited to have this opportunity to get to work with pre-K students inside the high school setting. This is going to be a very unique experience for all the kids involved in the high school as well as the kids that are in the pre-K. The pre-K kids are going to get to take advantage of a lot of the career tech resources that we have here on campus. We have a career tech center that houses our education and training classes that for kids who are wanting to pursue a career in education and working with students, so they will be able to come into our class as a lab experience and see kids in real life and developmental stages at 4 years old.
Education and training student Ashlyn Holman says she can't wait to spend time with the pre-K class.
I am so excited about this new program. I think it's a great opportunity for us as future educators and the students to make better connections with us.
One student, Jess Sellers, is super excited about starting pre-K with the new toys and playground.
And we're getting a new playground too. Won't that be fun?
Yeah! Where's the playground?
It's gonna be right beside the school.
Okay.
It's gonna be so much fun.
You're building it?
Yeah, right now we are.
Okay.
It's gonna be here soon. And there's a lot of toys you can play with. And a lot of trucks and a bunch of stuff like that.
And truckers!
We're all so excited to welcome Brookwood's graduating class of 2033. I'm Lauren Hamilton with your Panther Talk News. Back to you guys at the studio.
Relationships are changing in high school these days. Here's Nick Copen with more on the story.
Flowers, jewelry, chocolate, and handwritten notes each have played some kind of significance for symbolizing relationships throughout the years. However, there has been a recent change in what is exchanged in high school relationships recently. While some may swap jackets, necklaces, or even athletic wear, the most recent swappable items have been scrunchies and bracelets. Why are the hair pieces from the 80s making a comeback? Panther Talk crew caught up with a student to find out why.
Girls will give these to their boyfriends because they love them, because they are loved. Because I am loved.
So it seems like guys are willing to walk around wearing a girl's scrunchie all for the sake for love. I guess love does really conquer all. I'm Nick Copen reporting for Panther Talk News. Back to you in the studio.
I'm sure we all heard about vaping by this point. What you haven't heard, though, may come as a shock to you. The first reported death caused by vaping in Alabama was documented Wednesday, October 2nd. Vaping damages your lungs, and while some people may believe that is a better alternative than many other tobacco products, you just might get the same results. Vapes and e-cigs contain a chemical called diacetyl which used to be used to favor microwave popcorn, but stopped being used after it caused factory workers to get sick after inhaling it. The chemical scars the air sacs in the lungs and narrows the airways. The condition is now known widely as popcorn lung and is believed to be a contributor to the recent deaths linked to vaping. We urge everyone, especially students, to stop vaping.
Hey Panthers, I'm Savannah.
And I'm JB.
And we're back with your Panther Sports. Coming off of a huge win over Oak Grove, the football team was eager to tackle Northridge and hopefully come out with another victory. The boys fought hard throughout the game but struggled.
Along with Northridge's athleticism, the countless injuries and unfortunate sickness proved to be much. Several starters suffered season-ending injuries. Starting quarterback Ethan Armstrong sustained a strained MCL.
Starting receiver Sage Hayes suffered a tore ACL, MCL, and meniscus. Starting center Alston Todd suffered a right fibula fracture. Even though many key players were injured, the team never gave up. After losing such players, the team had to recuperate in order to tackle Bessemer City. Although many freshmen filled several spots, the football team put up a fight.
The effort and competitive drive were present throughout the game. The offensive, led by Jalen Brooks, were able to move the ball up and down the field all night, but were unable to put points on the board. Even though Bessemer City moved the ball better and scored more than the offensive, the Panther defense made it fairly difficult.
In other news, this year's baseball team is off to the start with the JV and varsity teams. We talked to sophomore Wyatt Smith to give us an insight on what this season's change will look like.
I feel like we're going to do way better than last year, but we won't know till we get there to the season. My expectations are very high. I mean, I'm expecting to do well, as much work as we've been putting in and as much running, weightlifting, and just practicing. I feel like we'll do good. I feel pretty good. I don't know some of them very well, but I'm going to get to know them. Definitely see how they play. Hopefully they'll do well for the team. Definitely my dad, as he works very hard. That's all he does nonstop is work to get where he is today. Definitely anything, just at least it can be something as simple as running, being in the field, hitting. Don't matter. As long as I do something to definitely help the team, it don't matter to me.
Congrats to the following JV team: Bryant Akridge, Cooper Bowen, Gavin Boland, Gavin Clinton, Mason Dimmerly, Jonas Donaldson, Hunter Dunaway, Xander Early, Tanner Green, Micah Hogue, Andrew House, Kobe Humphreys, Micah Patton, Timothy Pearson, Justin Thomas, and Trey Watley.
Also, congratulations to the following players who made varsity: Michael Bray, Nick Copen, Ty Garner, Brody Golden, Justin Hargett, Sage Hayes, Eric Holman, Dale McKee, Dalton Menor, Jake Napier, Christian Parks, Houston Pruitt, Cole Rottlehoover, Wyatt Smith, Jake Smithson, Cade Todd, and Dalton Walker.
I'm JB.
And I'm Savannah. And this was your Panther Sports.
I'm Jocelyn Pinkney. And I'm Ashlyn Battle. And we're going to find out what Brookwood's favorite Halloween candy is. So what's y'all's favorite Halloween candy?
Caramel apple pops. Reese's peanut butter cups.
What's your favorite candy?
Laffy Taffy.
Favorite Halloween candy is Reese cup, Reese Pieces, anything peanut butter.
What is your favorite Halloween candy?
Anything that involves chocolate.
Can you pick a specific one, like Twix, Snickers?
I'm more like a Reese's cup or Reese's Pieces kind of guy. Okay. And then, but I know how to handle candy corn as well.
Okay.
Collect all of it, throw it away, then get a Reese's cup.
What's your Halloween candy?
Probably Almond Joys. Mine would be Milky Way.
Halloween candy?
Dum Dums.
Okay.
Yeah, my favorite Halloween candy is probably the Reese Cups, man, or them, what's them called? Them almonds with the...
Almond Joy?
No, man.
Almond Mound?
You can't have coconut in your candy. That's not good. You gotta have the Hershey almond.
Hershey bars.
Almond Joy.
While serving Brookwood students, it became evident that the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup is Brookwood's favorite candy.
So when shopping for Halloween candy, be sure to consider some Reese's Peanut Butter Cups because they are a fan favorite.
afraid of the dark, are you? I will get to you. I will find you.
I'm Emily.
And I'm Barrett.
And this was your Panther Talk.
And happy Halloween!